Hi guys, Beth here, aka Mediagirl94. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a manga haul collection wrap up for the month of February. You know, whatever you want to name these are pretty self-explanatory. I've done quite a few of these on my main channel, FEBRUARY MANGA HAUL, and I'm slowly starting to do them over here on this channel. I'm just going to be sharing with you guys the manga that I have picked up and a couple of new series, you know, that I might have, piqued my interest. Before we begin, if you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's just dive straight into my February manga haul. We are going to start with my pickups. Now, these are the volumes of manga of series that I've actually, taken pretty seriously and have decided to collect physically. If I decided to collect all the manga that I read, I would be very much broke. So let's start with the first pickup series, which is Fire Force. I picked up volume 26, volume 27, and volume 28. Now, from what I believe, this series has come to an end. There are like 34 volumes, I want to say. So, I am definitely like a few volumes behind. But, hopefully that will change next month because I intend to pretty much go very much ham on collecting Fire Force. For those of you who don't know, it's from the creator of Soul Eater, one of the best manga series of all times. It's based around firefighters, and there's powers, and they can control fire, and then there's infernals, there's friendship, there's betrayal, there's drama. Yeah. I've actually got a lot of my friends into this series. Yes, they started watching the anime, and then, they eventually got into the manga. So, if you like, a good series, if you like firefighters, Fire Force, honestly, that's pretty much the best description I can give this series. The fact that I have committed to completing this series, and this isn't really a cheap series. Each volume is like £11, $10.99. I remember when I first started collecting this series, I believe the volumes were only like $8.99, and then it did the thing, it got an anime, so of course they price increase the manga, so my bank account is going to be crying by the time I'm done with this series. But I love just everything about it. I didn't think I would like it, and here I am 28 volumes later. The next pickup is Seraph of the End. I have volume 26 and I have volume 27. What can I say about this series if you haven't read it? Vampires. Pretty much. Humanity came to an end, vampires took over. A bunch of kids eventually escaped the clutches of the vampires to realise that there was a human army who was trying to fight back against the vampires. You have the characters on the front, they're pretty much the mains, and again there's action, there's drama, betrayal, there's friendship, there's love, especially, I'm not going to spoil it, but the twist with the two, with the leads, with the friends, I'm it gets me every time. It is a really well written series, and for a vampire series, it actually takes itself pretty seriously, and there are definitely a lot of themes and issues that come up in these volumes where you actually think, okay, if humanity had come to an end and was rebuilding itself, there was a bit of an apocalypse, vampires bad guys, humans good guys, but actually the human military might not be as good as they make out to be. There's it's not very black and white, there's a lot of grey, and it's a lot about these characters, trying to find their way. And once you start reading, even if you watch the anime, you will be hooked. I started watching the anime, then I started collecting the manga. Yeah, if you want a vampire series, I would say that takes itself seriously, with a few comedic moments thrown in. Seraph of the End, I mean, I've committed. I'm 27 volumes in. Whew! Again, this is a manga that got a price increase. It now costs $7.99 per volume. I want to say it was $6.99, even $5. I think the first volume was $5.99. Again, it got an anime. It got popular. That's how these things go. But that's my second pickup series. My last two pickups are only like one volume in the series. Shock horror, we have Goblin Slayer Volume 12. Honestly, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I honestly don't know, take a shot every time I say honestly, why I'm actually still collecting this series. Like, I do like it. I love my fantasy, like RPG, like D&D, like role-playing. And, like, I love the characters, I love the story, I love, like, all the relationships, the friendships, again, the drama, lots of blood, lots of gore, lots of, goblins being slayed by a goblin slayer. But it's more so now one of those series that I just kind of feel obliged to pick up because I'm like, ugh, I feel like I'm so many volumes in now that, you know, if I stop, I'm going to get really far behind. That's not saying it is a bad series, but because I'm reading so much manga, like, online, I feel like Goblin Slayer has kind of, like, been pushed out of, like, my rotation, but I still collect the volumes when I come across them. But yeah, it's in plastic because it's one of those series which is considered, you know, parental. It's got a parental warning because, hey ho, it had a very. We don't talk about like the opening, like, first episode of the anime. There were a lot of precious snowflakes, and they were just not ready for what Goblin Slayer and all the blood and gore and interesting things that happened. But yeah, I'm going to continue to pick up the series. I will continue to read it, but I'm not really as invested. And so I think if I had stopped collecting these volumes earlier, I probably wouldn't have been like more like, oh, it's an obligatory thing. But I feel like once you get past volume 10 of a series, you're kind of committed. So yeah, but that's not saying it is a bad series. I love Goblin Slayer, check it out. And the final pickup, ha ha ha, is the final omnibus of Full Metal Alchemist volumes 25 through to 27, which means I have now completed the Full Metal Alchemist manga. Yes, 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 I am so happy. I have definitely taken my time with this series because some of the volumes have been harder to come across than others. Surprisingly, this volume, or this omnibus, was actually one of the harder ones to come across, so I was just like, okay, we'll get there eventually. It's one of my favourite animes, both like the 2003 and then Brotherhood in like 2009. There's a reason people recommend this series. Good story, good characters, good plot twist. There's not really much filler. It kind of is straight to the point. You know what's happening. And, well, two brothers. He just wants to get his brother's body back. Spoiler alert. But hey ho, the series has been out so long now, both the anime and the manga, that if you don't know Full Metal, then have you been living under a rock? But yeah, this, I'm so happy because it's one of my, I'm trying to think, I have one, two, this is my third, I want to say this is my third complete series. So I have completed Full Metal Alchemist, I have completed Orin High School Host Club, and I'm looking at my shelf, and Tokyo Ghoul. So I've only completed 3 manga series, and this is number 3. Hopefully there's more to come in the future. The next few volumes are new series that have either piqued my interest, been recommended, or I've watched the anime and I've gone, ooh, I might want to check out the manga. Coming up first is Rainbow Days Volume 1. It's just like a really cute like shoujo beat, so you know it's a romance. You have 4 male friends. They all have different personalities and, well, they get up to shenanigans. This was actually recommended to me. I was just browsing in my local bookstore, Waterstones, and I got talking to one of the members of staff who was stuck in the manga, and I don't know what we were talking about, what manga I had picked up. It was actually the first volume of the next series I'm going to show you in this video, and she was like, oh, do you like romance? And I was like, excuse me, yes I do. I grew up with like shoujo beat. I love a romance anime. I'm a sucker for it, be it boys or girls. And she was like, check out Rainbow Days. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy the first volume. Oh my god. Like, seriously, I think I might be hooked. If you just want, like, it's cute, it's about friendship. However, you know, there's thoughts about love and relationships, and well, I'm not really sure if it's going to turn into a BL or it's just going to be guys trying to find themselves. But you know, kind of with a title Rainbow Days, it doesn't say BL on the spine, which would normally mean boy love. So you know, I'm just interested what the future has to hold for this series, and I'm happy I picked it up. I feel like this final series I'm going to show you that I've picked up, I'm going to slap myself on the wrist because I really feel like I'm slow to like this like manga, I'm slow to the anime. That is Tokyo Revengers. That's right. I picked up volumes 1 to 2, 3 to 4, and 5 to 6 with Mikey. Mikey. I like these covers because I love Mikey and I love Draken. So, yeah. I'm really late to this series as a whole. I remember when the anime came out, I had quite a few friends that watched it and it was recommended to me, but for some reason I just went, no, I'm not going to watch it. And then I stumbled upon it on Crunchyroll. I then, for some reason, stumbled across like season 2 on Disney Plus of all places, and I was like, okay, why has Disney Plus got the rights to one of these seasons? And oh, I was hooked. I was hooked. And then I realised I'm gonna have to collect the manga, just so you know I'm kind of ahead. But I've watched all the episodes of the anime that are out, so another manga series for me to collect. And kind of like Fullmetal Alchemist, they are doing omnibuses, so you get 2 volumes per book, which I think is like a really clever way, because you know it's a chunky boy, you know, there's a lot of pages, there's like a lot of material to get through, but what I like is there seems to be no filler. That is one of my biggest gripes in like manga and anime, is when you get filler. But I feel like Tokyo Revengers, it knows where it's going, it knows its characters. I mean, it's got a bit of a convoluted like twist with like time travel and gangs and teenage violence that their parents are just like, yeah, cool, we're gonna let our kids, you know, like kind of like fight to the death. But you know, it is like a made up series. But yeah, I am mad at myself for sleeping on this, and well, I'm gonna have to collect all the manga because I just love the artwork, not just the covers, but the artwork inside. It is just beautiful to look at, and I definitely feel like this is one of the series where people did not like the anime. I think that's why I didn't actually get into the animes, because I had friends who loved this series, and then I had friends who didn't like it or didn't like where it went. And so that's probably why. But you know, I'm older now. I can make my own decisions. And Mikey is best boy, so enough said. So there we have it, guys and girls of the internet. That was just my February manga haul. I hope you guys learned something about, well, me and my taste in manga and all the various genres, you know, that I read in the manga-verse. You don't have to like just one genre. I would always say dabble in like other series, especially like recommendations, be it from random strangers in bookshops or friends. And also don't be influenced by friends. If they don't like something, you might like it, so you don't really want to jump on the, oh, I don't like it bandwagon until you check it out. Kind of like me with Tokyo Revengers. But yeah, I definitely want to do more of these videos, and since I'm now like making a list of like volumes that I need to pick up for like my pickup series, and yeah, so these videos are going to be more consistent here on the channel. Fingers crossed once a month. It just depends how much money I have in my bank account, because I do buy all the manga myself, and my bank account likes to cry, especially when I go on a manga shopping spree. Anyway, let's just wrap up this video before I continue to ramble. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking a like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I'm Beth, Mediagirl94. Keep reading manga, keep watching anime. Goodbye.